Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Great. So Draya, obviously, you're a TV personality, you're an internet social media celebrity as well. But what I really want to dive into is you as an entrepreneur and as a businesswoman. So could you talk about your transition from being just this internet celebrity into focusing on being a businesswoman and entrepreneur and running multiple e-commerce businesses?
Yeah, I decided that I was going to even put myself in the limelight in the entertainment world with goals and aspirations of starting my own business. That was the only reason why I decided to do it. I never, wanted to, I never had dreams of being on, a TV show or anything like that. So I decided to do it, and I moved out of Pennsylvania to LA, and I started my businesses here with the first few paychecks that I received for being on TV.
Yeah.
And, ever since then, it's kind of been just a slow and steady climb, and I've been enjoying it.
That's great. How difficult has it been? Sometimes, you see how social media can be, and people are judging in different ways. How difficult has it been to make that transition for you into like being focused as an entrepreneur and businesswoman? Have people, did it take time to get into that phase, or people respected you in that light?
Yeah, and you know what? As of today, right now, I'm still not satisfied with the respect and the credit that I am given, because me personally, I think I deserve more.
Yeah.
But that is the main thing that kind of keeps me motivated and keeps me focused on what the job is at hand, because there's still people that I'm trying to impress. There's still people that I'm trying to prove wrong. And there's still people that I'm just trying to introduce myself to that never heard of me before, that will only hear of me as Draya the designer. They don't know about Draya the internet sensation, Draya the TV personality. So, I'm still trying to make the right introductions and make the right impressions on people that don't know who I am.
Okay. And let's talk about social media for a second, and then we'll get into your e-commerce businesses. Obviously, you've done an incredible job leveraging your social media. When did you first realize you could leverage social media to actually generate, significant, life-changing amounts of money?
Well, I always knew that social media was this powerful tool, and till this day, I still cannot even believe that it's free. Like, I'm waiting for them to send me an invoice because I have been just milking it. But I just knew that it was going to be this tool that was used for marketing, and luckily for me, there are different things that work for social media. There are, people that have followers because they're funny. There are people that have followers because they're informative. There are people that have followers because they're sexy. And I think that my page and all of my pages combined are a nice, good mix of all of those things. Because I am funny. I have a swimsuit line, so I'm able to sneak the sexy in whenever I want, which people always love. And I'm informative, I talk about things, I share everything, what I'm eating, workout tips, So people just like that, and that's what will keep people gravitating to your page. And I've used it to the best of my ability.
Absolutely. So you have 3 different companies, maybe more even that I know, but the ones that I'm asking
I have
about.
4 now.
4, okay. Mint Swim, fineassgirls.com, and Beige and Cocoa.
And now I have Mintimates.
Okay, you guys see that there. So what's been the vision behind creating these brands? What's been the motivating factor for you?
Okay, well, with Mint Swim, that was the number one dream always, was to create this swimsuit line. So I did that. That's my baby. And then right after Mint Swim was up and running, I decided to create a streetwear brand, sort of I don't want to call it merch because it's not merch, but just it's a lifestyle. And that was Fine Ass Girls. Now, Fine Ass Girls killed it for 3 years straight, and then I kind of just gave it a break because I was having a creative block for it, and I just took some time away from it, and I focused on Beige and Cocoa, which is a more sophisticated line. It's more adult, and it's where I was going. It's the direction that I was going in my life, where I didn't always want to wear a big logo. which I love both, but I don't want to wear that all the time. So I wanted to make stuff that I could wear when I wanted to be more subtle and just comfortable and casual and still sophisticated. So then I created Beige and Cocoa for that reason. And then once Beige and Cocoa took off, there was a big request of the girls who still wanted fine ass girls with the logo driven stuff. So I said, you know what? I'm just going to bring it back. Yeah. And then after all of those, I decided to create Mintimates, which is a spin-off off of Mint Swim, but it is a home intimates line. So you can expect, as of right now, we have candles. And, you know, in the future, you can expect framed art, statues, pillows, throws, just different things that will, you know, give your living space a nice warmth and glow to it.
Okay, cool. So let's talk about, you know, sales strategy and even customer acquisition. I remember back in the day when you had Mint Swim, you know, models always popping up, you know, on Instagram. Mm-hmm. I was always curious about how did you really go about acquiring customers? Did you use a lot of ambassadors, or what was your main strategy for getting customers?
No, I didn't. You know, I tried. I really tried to use different influencers, different models, and for the most part, it helped to just be able to have content, but that was never what drove the sales. My customers do not care. I could have the top supermodel in the world wearing it. They don't care. They would like to see me in it because they want to know that what I'm making, I'm living by, and I do. Yeah. I don't wear any other swimsuits besides Mint Swim. Yeah. It's just, I don't own any. It's just not a part of my life. So I wear Mint Swim all day, and usually when I wear a swimsuit, that is the one that sells out the quickest. And, you know, I know that. I know that. There have been times where I've been somewhere wearing a swimsuit, and I'm not ready for the swimsuit to sell out, so I just won't post it. I know I'm going to make a ton of money, but I'm just not ready for that space on my website to be completely empty yet. Mm-hmm. Because it will empty out, and then it will just be a big sold out mark on it. And sometimes I don't always want that. Sometimes I want it to look full. Yeah. But my customers are trained to get it while it's right there because it does sell out.
That's funny because I was actually...
I don't have an endless supply.
I was actually going to ask, like, you know, are the majority of your customers people that are just, you know, infatuated with you, your brand, or is it, oh, I just came across Mint Swim or Fine Ass Girls? But it seems as if these people have, you know, really resonated with your brand, that anything you do, they're saying, okay, I'm going to support it, I'm going to be a part of it.
You know, I think it has a lot to do with them being fans of me first. Mm-hmm. I tried to, you know, market them in the beginning as these individual brands that, you know, maybe I had hopes and dreams that maybe one day Mint Swim could kind of stand on its own. Yeah. And I didn't need to be in the front, you know. But no, I've tried it. And no, I have to be as involved as I am because it is my baby. I show my customers every step of the way. I show them when I'm designing. I show them when I'm at my offices. And my offices are not the prettiest things, but they love to see that kind of stuff because they know that I'm there and they know that I'm getting my hands dirty and they know that I'm working. Mm-hmm. So it just gives it a more authenticness that other brands, you know, you don't get to see with other brands. Yeah. You don't get to see these factories in China that, you know, these other brands, these major corporation brands are manufacturing in. Mm-hmm. I manufacture here in LA, so I can show that firsthand. Yeah. And that's inspiring for some people.
Absolutely. So running, you know, an e-commerce business is really, really hard. What was the defining moment for you where you realized, wow, I can really do this. Like this is incredible. I'm actually doing this.
Well, I had to realize that I couldn't do it first. Yeah. And what happened was I started my business and I tried to do everything myself because I thought it was just going to be this small. I used to have a 2-bedroom apartment and I had this den that was on like the 3rd floor. And the den I turned into like an office. However, I'm the kind of person who I don't sit at a desk. I like to sit on the floor and have all of my stuff spread out in front of me. Yeah. So I'm that girl. So in my den, I would be sitting there and I would be trying to do orders and trying to have my friends help me because I had a group of friends and I'd be like, hey, you guys, I need you to help me package this stuff up and like get it out. Mm-hmm. And I realized, oh my God, I cannot sit here and do this every day. I need help. I have to hire people. So I started to hire people, and when I started to hire people, I had to move locations and get a space that was just designated for just this. And as I started to grow, I started to see it, like, wow, this is really happening.
Yeah.
Like, I was started in my den, sitting on the floor,
Yeah.
you know, like Indian style, like a kid when they're doing their homework. That was me every night at 7 o'clock at night, preparing orders to take to the post office the next day.
Wow. So what would you say has been the toughest part of running the business?
The toughest part is just kind of guessing and being confident on what you think people will like. Because with me, I always want to design what I like.
Yeah.
But then there's this part of you that gets nervous, you know? You're not as confident, and you go, what if people don't like this? What if this is the wrong idea? What if this is the wrong blue? And you battle yourself in your head, and you just got to take a risk and put it out and just see what happens. But that is number one, because if you do make the wrong mistake by, you know, choosing something that isn't what's in right now,
yeah.
You know, you waste a lot of money. You waste a lot of time.
Yeah.
And I have done that before,
Mm-hmm.
lots of times, and I've wasted lots of money, and I've messed up, but
Like every entrepreneur.
it comes with it, you
yeah.
know? I'll take it any day. I'll
Yeah.
take all of my mess ups, and I'll do them all over if I can, because the success, they're not even comparable.
Yeah, absolutely. So, you know, when you look at social media today, you know, there's Instagram models, whatever they're defined as,
Mhm.
you know, social media influencers, and some have been able to take those platforms and make money, and others honestly take pictures and no one knows what else they do.
Mhm.
What advice would you give to, you know, aspiring individuals on Instagram that are looking to leverage their brand like you did to make money? But is it brand deals, or is it coming up with your own products, or what suggestion would you have?
My advice would be to first be confident and know who you are, and make people respect that this new booming career as a just the word in itself, influencer, that is a new word.
Yeah.
It's as new as YouTuber. Like, they're new careers. These are new jobs. These are like in the last 10 years jobs. And there are still some corporations that have tons of marketing money that don't respect that that's a job, and they're missing out.
Yeah.
Because it is a real job. The influencer, the YouTuber, the blogger, that is a career now. And you have to first make people respect that that's a job, and then, you know, don't take anything less than what you're worth. And in this day and age, people are worth their followers. So if you have them, you know, if you're trying to earn them, by all means, you know,
Yeah.
get paid for your time.
Yeah. Okay. So one category within being an entrepreneur is actually a mompreneur. It's like a new
Mhm.
category, and I always have respect for mompreneurs because you have to take care of your kids and you have to run a business as well. You know, what's that journey been like for you, and have your kids actually, you know, seen the growth, you know, in you becoming an entrepreneur and you doing that?
You
Your son,
know,
I should say.
my big son,
Yeah.
who is a teenager, he is one of the people who doesn't really get what his mom does yet. He
Oh.
doesn't fully understand it, that this is he just thinks it's my little brand.
Mhm.
You know, he doesn't know how big
Big
it is.
yeah.
You know, he doesn't realize the fan base. He doesn't realize the money, because you can't talk money with a teenager, because then they'll say, oh, well, buy me more things. I should have,
Exactly.
you have this much money, oh, I should have more things then.
Yeah.
So we never talk money, but, you know, we talk in followers, because that's what the teenagers understand.
Mhm.
They understand, oh, you're cool if you have X amount of followers. So I have to show him, your mom has this amount of followers. That makes me very cool. And my brand has this amount of followers, which makes it very big of a brand.
Yeah.
And he's kind of like, oh, yeah. I'm like, so would you ever want to, like, take over the family business? Because this is the family business. He's like, no, not really. I'm like, wow, here I am creating a legacy, and my son is not even interested. But I know it's just because he doesn't understand it yet. So that'll come with time. But I'm definitely going to make sure he's in college and going into some sort of business school, because I
Yeah.
want him to learn it. I want it to be the family business.
Absolutely. So who would you say has really inspired you as a businesswoman and an entrepreneur, and why?
Well, I would say that I really, really, really love what Victoria Beckham has done with her career. You know, she came from Spice Girls, which were the biggest thing ever, but at the end of the day, they were still sort of gimmicky. And, you know, she broke away from that. She broke away from this posh character, and she became, you know, this wife, this mom. She's got a bunch of kids. She's got a bunch of job titles. She designs for everything from jewelry, sunglasses, nail polish, fragrances, to the interiors of Range Rovers.
Yeah.
You know, so she can put her name on anything, and it's just golden because she just has the brains, she has the style, and she has the class to, you know, make something just better because she's attached to it. And I love it. You know, you can watch her through the years balance her career, balance her marriage, balance her children, and she just does it. She does it in like 6-inch stilettos. She's never in a flat shoe, and she's just superwoman in my opinion.
Yeah. So, you know, I was actually, you know, talking to certain people saying, hey, I'm about to interview Draya.
I was going to say, were you talking to Victoria?
No, not Victoria.
Is she here?
I was talking to some people, and I realized a lot of people don't really recognize that you have a business that has generated, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, over $1 million plus in revenue. Am I?
Oh, yeah.
Easily, right? And it's so crazy to me how people...
It's double that.
Okay, over 2 million. And I said, look, there's incredible entrepreneurs that cannot generate over $2 million in revenue for any type of e-commerce business. You know, regardless of whatever someone may think of you on social media, that's incredible, and that takes a lot of talent. I mean, you ever step back and say, hey, you know, I don't care what these haters are saying. You know, we saw the whole social media thing with your son or Wendy Williams or all these people. Do you ever just disregard that and just say, hey, I'm a legit businesswoman with a business that's generated over $2 million in revenue?
Yeah, I've grown so much because I used to be the clapback queen. I used to get with them, and it's just like now I am so confident. I am so in a place of just, I know myself. I don't even care because I have this huge following that I talk to them individually first. So it doesn't matter what the rest of the world going on outside of that group of people is talking about, because the people that are following me, they know me. They know my humor. They know my sarcasm. So I'm not worried. Yeah. You know, they're still there and they're still riding with me. Yeah. So it's not a big deal.
Okay. So what's next for Draya? Profession?
Well,
or not profession.
You know,
whatever you feel like talking.
Right now I'm preparing for the summer for Mid-Swim. We're going to do some incredible things this year. I'm hoping to be involved in a lot more of the fashion weeks. Domestically and internationally, and just festivals, Coachella. You know, I would like my brand to have presence at these things. And my other brands, I'm just working on, you know, building them back up because they're all so new. They're babies. They're newborns right now. And, you know, just making time for them, to design for them and to care for them, because you know how it is with siblings or like sisters, and you always favor one, you always get jealous. So it's just like I have to give equal time to my babies so that, you know, they all get the same amount of love, because they all have different fan bases. You know, Finance Girls is them. Beige and Coco is them. Mid-Swim is them. They don't really mix. I rarely see them mix. I never see the same girl wearing all three. So.
Okay, that's great. Well, thank you for sitting here and chatting with me. I really appreciate it.